Hello and welcome back to the channel. A while back, I started a list about the greatest players in each position over the last decade. So far on this list, I have covered all positions starting from goalkeeper to attacking midfield, and now we come to the forward line. I'll start off the forward line with the right wingers. So here are my views on the 5 best right wingers of the last decade. A La Masia graduate, Pedro was with his boyhood club Barcelona when the decade began, and he went on to make a further 250 appearances with the Catalan side, winning 3 La Liga titles, 2 Copa del Rey and 2 Champions Leagues in 2011 and 2015 respectively, before making the move to Chelsea in 2015 for 27 million euros, with whom he has been since. He has also made over 200 appearances with the London-based side, winning the Premier League, the FA Cup and the Europa League with them. Probably his greatest achievements came with the Spanish national side, with whom he has won the World Cup and the European Championship in 2010 and 2012 respectively. A hard-working forward who is not afraid of tracking back and helping out his team in defense as well, Pedro can play on either of the wings, and while his goal and assist tally with either Barcelona or Chelsea is nothing extraordinary, he has been a consistent performer with both the clubs for almost a decade, helping them to win countless trophies, and that's why he's an easy pick for my list. Gareth Bale was at Tottenham when the decade began, and he played as a very capable left winger with Spurs during his time in London for the subsequent 3 seasons, winning both the PFA Player of the Season and the Young Player of the Season in his final year with Spurs. Likened already to Cristiano Ronaldo for his speed, his ability to take on multiple players and score simply outrageous goals, the 79-capped Welshman joined the Portuguese in the Spanish capital, being a part of a deadly front three with Benzema and Ronaldo when Real Madrid shelled out a record fees of 100 million euros to bring the then 24-year-old to the Bernabeu in the summer of 2013. And Bale did get off to a flyer in Madrid, as he scored and assisted more than 20 times in his debut campaign, scoring crucial goals in the Copa del Rey and Champions League finals as Real won the Decima that summer. 6 years on from that triumph, and Bale has missed large chunks of seasons due to multiple injuries and has now seen himself fallen out of favour with the current boss Zinedine Zidane. While he did win a further 2 league titles and 3 Champions Leagues from 2016 to 2018, scoring 2 match-winning goals in the 2018 final, he has never been able to cement a place at Real Madrid even after the departure of Cristiano Ronaldo, and for all these reasons, he takes the 4th spot. Angel Di Maria was in his final few months with Benfica when the decade began, and he moved to Real Madrid that summer for 33 million euros, with whom he played over 200 times in the subsequent 4 very successful seasons, winning the La Liga, 2 Copa del Rey and the Champions League in 2014, providing a crucial role in all those triumphs. He also had a very successful 2014 World Cup with Argentina, in which his side finished runners-up. On the back of his performances with Real Madrid and the Argentina national side, he moved to Manchester United in 2015 for 75 million euros. After a seemingly dull 12 months at Old Trafford, he moved to France with PSG for 63 million euros, and he was pretty much instantly back to his best. And he has been in Paris since, winning 5 league titles and 4 French Cups in his 5 years with PSG. Just like some of the others on this list, Di Maria was very versatile as well, capable of functioning on either of the wings or even in the attacking midfield role. Di Maria has been a very consistent performer for all the clubs he's played for, and while he was seemingly overshadowed by more glamorous players in all the teams, it didn't seem to affect his performances one bit. And for all the above mentioned reasons, he pretty comfortably takes the 3rd spot on my list. Arjen Robben was in his first season with Bayern Munich when the decade began, after moving from Real Madrid the summer before, and he stayed with the German side till pretty much the end of the decade. He played for the Bavarians over 300 times in the league and Champions League, scoring and assisting over 200 times combined, and winning 8 Bundesliga titles, 5 German Cups and the Champions League in 2013, in which he scored the match-winning goal. He finally retired from the game in 2019, but made a dramatic comeback to play for his boyhood club Groningen in the Eredivisie in 2020. The 96-capped Dutchman also finished runners-up with his national side in the 2010 World Cup. Robben was already a very talented player when the decade began, and he seemingly took his game to new heights after joining Bayern Munich. Perhaps the most predictable player in the modern game, he scored most of his 200 career goals by cutting onto the left foot and shooting curlers into the top corner. Robben's illustrious career was hampered a bit by injuries in his final few years at Bayern, which reduced his playing time and as a result his impact on the game. It was a really tough choice between Di Maria and Robben. I have ever so slightly leaned towards the Dutchman, but I could just have easily gone for the PSG man instead. Whatever my choice for second place would have been, no one would have challenged Lionel Messi for the top spot. The best player in the world and the best player on my list by a country mile, Lionel Messi quite simply was the best when the decade began, and he was when the decade ended as well. A La Masia graduate, Messi has scored over 500 times and assisted a further 200 times just in the last decade alone. In the last 10 years with Barcelona, Messi won 7 league titles, 4 Copa del Rey and 2 Champions Leagues, just to name a few. He also won the prestigious Ballon d'Or award 5 out of the last 10 times, and he was named UEFA's best player in the world twice. Messi has played a variety of positions during the last decade for both Barcelona and Argentina, from attacking midfield to centre forward. But still, he has played the most as a right winger who likes to take on players, dribble past them as if they're not even there, and score outrageous goals on a regular basis. Messi has pretty much everything you expect from a legend and then some. His dribbling, passing, shooting and set-piece ability are second to none in the game. The only real blemish in his otherwise glittering career has been a lack of silverware with the national side, but he has hardly been the one to blame for it. At 33, Messi has showed no signs whatsoever of slowing down, and for all those reasons, he's quite comfortably the winner of this list. So that's it for me today. I hope you liked my video. If you did, don't forget to drop a like on my video, comment on the video and subscribe to the channel. Bye!